Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be testing Monster Hunter Wilds on some cloud gaming services like OnePlay, GeForce Now and Boosteroid. We'll be playing the game on my Xiaomi Pad 6 Android platform. This game is notorious for its performance issues. We'll see how the game runs on these services. I'll be using the Noida based server of OnePlay, Singapore based server of GeForce Now and the Europe based server of Boosteroid. I am from India. We'll be getting the lowest latency using OnePlay. There won't be any input delay in my streams, and we'll be getting the highest latency using Boosteroid. There will be some noticeable input delay. Connected my 8-bit to Ultimate 2C controller to Xiaomi Pad 6 via Bluetooth mode. I'll kick things off with OnePlay. I have subscribed to their early plan. Need to own the Steam version of the game in order to play it using OnePlay. Play now. Resolution set to Full HD, FPS set to 120, bitrate set to 40 megabits per second, VSync off. I'll stick with the default setting. Show stat setting on, full screen mode on, most of the settings set to auto. Server selection best, server region Noida. I'm not changing these settings. Mode set to full resolution fastest. Save and launch game. There's a queue, shouldn't take too long. One gamer ahead of me. I waited for about 30 minutes but the game never started. This is very disappointing. I'll just select any available server now. Advanced game options. Server location any available. Auto. Save and launch. Finally we are in. Took about an hour for the server to boot. Getting a latency of around 30 milliseconds. Resolution Full HD. Decoder used is HEVC. Okay, I'll sign into my Steam account by scanning this QR code using Steam's Android application. Location of the server Maharashtra, India. Server specification. CPU name Ryzen 9 7900X 12 core processor. Show you the GPU as well. RTX 4060. Available VRAM 8 GB. Update queued for Monster Hunter Wilds. Tap on it. Wait for the update installation. Update installed. Cloud status out of sync. Tap on it. And this will download all of my save files on OnePlay servers. Up to date. Launch the game. Accept. It started. Finally. Shaders will get compiled at startup. Wait for the process to complete. It will help in reducing the stuttering. This can take a few minutes. In-game settings, resolution set to Full HD, VSync off, reflex on, available VRAM 8 GB, graphics preset set to high, upscaler set to DLSS using its quality mode, ray tracing off, high settings here, post-processing settings, VRS disable, motion blur disable, bloom set to off as well. Vignette effect disable. I'll disable depth of field as well. We are in. I'm in the lobby area. Yeah, here FPS is a bit variable. 46 to 50. It's not due to my internet connection. Rendering frame rate 45 to 53. Input delay is not a problem. Getting a latency of around 30 milliseconds, not bad at all. Image quality is looking sharp. Data consumption around 2 megabytes per second. Just leave the cave. Start the hunt. Alright, it's accurate. Here's the open world. A lot of creatures are roaming around. Here we are getting around 45 FPS. Graphics look pretty average. Big open area here. Found a target. I'm just checking out the open world. It's mostly a barren land, barely any foliage. 30 minutes of playtime is remaining. Okay, I'll engage in combat now. FPS dropped to 40. Very disappointing performance. This server has an RTX 4060. Sneak attack. Swing my blades. Stuttering is not a problem. It's just that this game is very heavy on the GPU. It's very heavy on the CPU as well. But hey, GPU seems to be the limiting factor. On low settings, the game looks completely garbage. Some textures don't even load up properly. Now I'll be testing the game on GeForce Now. Now I'll be running Monster Hunter Wilds using the Singapore-based server of GeForce Now. It's a paid server. I'm from India. This game was not showing up in the search feed, so I had to connect to Proton VPN, Netherlands-based region. Stream settings, bitrate set to auto resolution 1920 by 1200 pixels, frame rate 60, color precision 8-bit. I'll run the network test. Tab is connected to a 5 Ghz Wi-Fi channel. This is the result. Got a latency of around 74 milliseconds. I'll disconnect from the VPN once the game starts. Need to sign to my Steam account. Scan the QR code using Steam's Android application. Location of the server Singapore. We are in. Enable performance overlay. Tap on the arrow icon here. Tap on the 3 dots. Tap on statistics. Yeah, getting a very high ping, 340 milliseconds. I'll disconnect from the VPN. Will reduce the latency. Connected to Netherlands, Proton VPN. Disconnect. Back to the game. Yeah, ping dropped to around 95 milliseconds. Play. Shaders are getting compiled quickly. Should not take more than a minute for the process to complete. This server has an RTX 2080 GPU. Resolution set to 1920 by 1200 pixels. FPS uncapped. Resync off. Reflex on. Graphics settings set to low. Upscaler set to DLSS. Upscaling mode set to quality. Ray tracing off. Other settings. Stick with default here. Post processing effects. Variable rate shading disabled. Motion blur off as well. There's a character. I'm in the lobby area. Yeah, here FPS is within a range of 32 to 36. This is very disappointing considering the game is running on low settings. Image quality is looking sharp though. Data consumption is around 4 MB per second. Ping of around 105 milliseconds. Real one input delay. It's manageable. Usually I get a ping of around 80 milliseconds when using the Singapore-based server from India. I think it's due to Proton VPN. The increase in latency. Okay, I have started a quest. Auto movement enabled. I think in the open world area, FPS will drop further. Need to jump down. My character does not take any fall damage. See? The creature I am looking for is nearby. 40 FPS here. Yeah, in the open world FPS is close to 35, 34. Stuttering. It's not due to my internet connection. You can see stream FPS is logged at 60. Game's FPS is variable. There's the creature. Stutter again. Very disappointing performance. 30 to 40 FPS. Now I'll test the game using Boosteroid. I'm subscribed to their monthly plan. Unfortunately, Boosteroid does not have any servers in Asia, so there will be some latency in my stream as I am from India. They have their servers in US and Europe regions only. Need to own the Steam version of the game in order to play it using Boosteroid. Tap on install and play here. Searching for the nearest data center. For the lowest possible latency, game installation, tap on accept here. They ran a network test for me, measured latency 144 milliseconds. Enable performance overlay by tapping on this icon here. Stream FPS, decode FPS and latency. I have the Boosteroid Ultra plan. Okay, I'll sign into my Steam account by scanning this QR code using Steam's Android application. Location of the server, Hamburg. Tap on accept. Tap on library. Game should start automatically. So many games. Open your Steam library. There's Monster Hunter Wilds. Cloud status out of sync. Tap on it. Retry sync. Yeah, my save files are getting downloaded. Up to date, play. I have Boosteroid's Ultra plan. Performance should not be a problem. Shaders got compiled so quickly. This is amazing. Game settings. Resolution set to 1920 by 1200 pixels. Uncap the FPS. Pacing disabled. No access to reflex. Boosteroid uses an AMD based GPU. Graphics settings set to Ultra. Upscaler set to FSR 3. Frame generation disabled as it increases the latency. Upscaling mode set to quality. Sharpness level set to 0.5. Ray tracing off. High to highest settings. VRS disabled. Disable a few post-processing effects like bloom, motion blur, vignette, depth of field. Start the game. There's a character. I'm in the lobby area. Oh my god, here we are getting 60 FPS. This is amazing. I have never seen the game run this well before. My desktop PC has a Ryzen 5700X 3D processor and an RTX 2070 Super GPU. On medium settings, FPS stays close to 45. And this is the game running on ultra settings, but there is some noticeable latency. It's expected as I am using the Germany based server from India. Image quality is looking decent. Data consumption is around 1 megabyte per second. I'll just leave this place. Test the game in the open world. Keep an eye on the FPS counter. Still getting 60 FPS. Not bad at all. I really hope Boosteroid comes to Asia. Release a server here. I always use the Europe-based server from India and encounter some latency, noticeable latency. There's the creature. I'll engage in combat now. Just checking out the open world. So many creatures around us. Still we are getting 60 FPS. Up helico. Teammate. Alma. And there's the creature. Sneak attack. Yeah, we are still getting 60 FPS. It's amazing. Boosteroid has its servers in Europe and US regions. Multiple servers. So those users should not face any latency issues. But if you are from Asia, latency will be present in your streams. The input delay. So that's it with the video guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.